Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Airman. So, I understand you got into some trouble this weekend.
Sir, it was total bullshit. Everyone is just out to get me.
Okay. While I'm eager to hear what you have to say, I think given the seriousness of what happened, I recommend that first you go to see the Area Defense Council.
I already did, sir, but I didn't do anything wrong. I was only defending myself against overzealous police officers. I told the ADC to go fuck himself.
Okay, that probably wasn't the best idea. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's hear your side of the story.
Well, sir, my buddies and I were out drinking, and on my way home I got a little sidetracked. There was a cop who pulled me over, and almost immediately she started acting inappropriately. I respectfully asked the officer to please calm down, but she wouldn't listen and ended up arresting me. When I got to the county jail, I called the first sergeant and politely explained the situation to him and asked him to come bail me out. When he was taking me home, he behaved extremely disrespectfully and berated me the entire ride home. After that my memory gets a little hazy, but he didn't even call me in the morning to make sure I was okay.
Well, now, that's where we run into some trouble. I have in front of me the official report from the OSI investigation.
Shit.
Let me summarize a few key points. For instance, according to this report, the other guys who were with you tried to be good wingmen and prevent you from driving home. However, according to them, you sucker punched each of them in the genitals and left them behind in the parking lot. On your way home, you were pulled over for driving erratically. You refused to take a breathalyzer test and instead chose to urinate on the police car. After telling the police officer, I quote, "You'll never catch me with all that junk in that trunk, King Kong ain't got shit on me bitches," you defecated, exposed yourself, and ran off into the woods. Does any of this ring a bell?
Maybe.
After evading a police manhunt for over an hour, you were finally found asleep underneath the tree, naked from the waist down, in a pool of your own vomit. Surely you must have noticed the severe lacerations on your body as a result of sprinting through the woods without any pants.
Maybe.
After you sobered up enough to make a phone call, you called the first sergeant, referred to him as "my main bitch," and ordered him to come bail you out, and, while he was at it, to bring you, I quote, "some fucking cookies." Do you remember this phone call?
Maybe.
The shirt, who is a far better human being than I am, picked you up. On the ride home you apparently made several highly inappropriate remarks concerning his wife and 15-year-old daughter. Do you remember any of this?
Maybe.
According to the shirt, he dropped you off and made sure you got to your door all right. However, 1 minute later, he observed you burst from your apartment completely naked, except for a clown wig and cowboy boots, clutching a bottle of wild turkey, and once again ran off into the woods.
So that's where my booze went. I thought my bastard roommate stole it.
Following this, some state troopers found you along the interstate doing truly and unspeakably terrible things involving a turtle, a weed whacker, and 12 cans of spray cheese. You should know that the state troopers are now hospitalized, and the only thing they could say was, "The horror. The horror. My God. The horror." I would go into more detail, but I don't know if I can say these things out loud without vomiting. In any case, large portions of this report have been redacted by the State Department, as they would make you vulnerable to international demands for extradition for crimes against humanity. I shit you not. This report describes the most vile, depraved, unholy acts that have ever been committed by a human. Satan himself would cry if he read this report. Anyway, the state troopers passed out from shock, and you stole their car.
This is beginning to sound familiar.
You took the car across 3 state lines, and, well, the report continues on for another 14 pages.
No wonder I'm so thirsty this morning.
You should know that this report concludes that you are the first service member in the history of the United States military to have violated all 63 punitive articles of the Uniform Code of Military Justice in one 24-hour period. I don't know whether to be amazed or horrified.
I'm sorry, sir, but how did I violate Article 110, the improper hazarding of a naval vessel? I don't even know what that means.
I know, it seems odd, but you did it. I gotta say, reading this report is a complete mindfuck.
Sir, how did I violate Article 94, incitement to mutiny or sedition?
Do you remember sneaking on board that Navy submarine?
Oh. Shit.
So, at this point, Airman, I think you need to re-evaluate your options.
Sir, who are you going to believe? Me? Or the sworn statements of 12 law enforcement officers from 3 jurisdictions?
Is that a trick question? No, seriously, I don't know if you're joking, because you still smell like you are shit-faced.
Would it make a difference if I offered to help set up for the squadron picnic on Friday?
Honestly, no, I do not think it would.
What about if I volunteered for the weekend duty crew?
To tell you the truth, Airman, I think that train has already left the station. The FBI is on their way to take you into custody right now.
Fucking federales. Sir, do you think I will lose a stripe over this?
I think that is going to be the least of your worries.
Crap. Well, maybe tonight I can hit the bars for one last time.
Airman, maybe you should lay off the sauce for a little while.
Maybe. I guess I could just burn through the last of my weed.
Okay, I think we are all done here. Just remember not to bend over in the showers at Leavenworth.